Did you know that Orthodox Church has two calendars? Did you know that certain churches celebrate major feasts 13 days apart? Is there a calendar issue in the Orthodox Church? Christ is in our midst. My name is Very Reverend Ivan Shandra, and I'd love to make your next visit to an Orthodox Church more meaningful. It is not unusual for an Orthodox person to be asked, which calendar do you follow? The reason for it lays in the use of two calendars. Yes, some Orthodox churches use Old or Julian calendar for their feast celebrations, and some New or Gregorian calendar. The interesting point is that Orthodox Church is not divided by the dates of celebrating the feasts. Although the difference between the two calendars is 13 days, both groups of churches celebrate Orthodox feasts on the same date, but not on the same day. How is it even possible? Let's see how it works. If you were to look up the Nativity of the Lord in Old Julian and New Gregorian calendars, both celebrate it on the December the 25th. However, if you ask people from both groups about when is the Nativity of the Lord, those on the new calendar will say that they celebrate it on December the 25th. But the old calendar followers more likely will say that Christmas is on January the 7th. It is because the old calendar churches usually respond in the modern-day civic calendar terms. Although the countries sooner or later accepted the Gregorian calendar as their political or civic calendar, some churches still use the Julian calendar for their church feast celebrations. If you project the old calendar onto the new calendar, you'll notice that the 25th of December on Julian calendar doesn't come until the 13 days later, when Gregorian calendar is already showing January the 7th. Those of us on the old church calendar are so accustomed to use the new or civic calendar that it is quite common to hear from us that Christmas is on January the 7th instead of using church calendar term December 25th. The baptism of the Lord is on January the 19th, not the 6th, as in our old church calendars, and so on. We say the dates of our church's feasts using the civic calendar because we use the same civic calendar in our daily life, but it happens to be 13 days ahead of our church old calendar. As we know, New or Gregorian calendar was introduced by Pope Gregory XIII in 1582. Although it is more accurate than its old counterpart, it created issues with celebration of Pascha or Easter right away. In the Orthodox tradition, Pascha is celebrated on the Sunday after the full moon that comes after the vernal equinox. Following this principle, Christian Pascha or Easter is always celebrated after the Jewish Passover. However, if Gregorian or New calendar is used for calculations, Pascha can fall before or on the exact day of Jewish Passover. That's why Gregorian calendar wasn't accepted by the Orthodox churches in the first place. In addition, Gregorian calendar was seen by the Orthodox as the way to bring Orthodoxy under the Pope's rule. Obviously, neither the Paschal issue nor the Pope's influence were attractive for the Orthodox, and that's why Gregorian calendar wasn't accepted in the Orthodox world. But you might ask, how did it happen that a few Orthodox churches, 9 out of 15, started to follow the new calendar? Are they celebrating the feast days or holy days, including Pascha, together with the Roman Catholic Church? Well, not exactly. The revised Julian calendar comes, and it is a calendar that was proposed by the Serbian scientist Milankovic in 1923. The revised Julian calendar is even more accurate than the Gregorian calendar, even though it aligns its dates with the Gregorian up to the year 2800. So the papal influence on the Orthodox world with the introduction of the revised Julian calendar was gone, but the revised calendar still did not resolve the issue of Pascha. So for Pascha calculations, it was proposed and agreed to use the old Julian calendar. Orthodox churches that adopted the revised Julian calendar celebrate the immovable feasts together with Gregorian calendar, but calculate Pascha using the Julian calendar. This is how the new calendar issue were resolved. Calendar is a part of our tradition, and therefore it is changeable. However, we must keep the unity of our Orthodox faith intact. Thanks for watching. May God bless you and your families. Hope your next visit to an Orthodox church will be much more meaningful. Stay safe and please subscribe to my channel.